couple miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. On the Titans sideline, head coach Brian Callahan, his team fired up and ready for this one. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Broncos. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike, and he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Dobbins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Denver first down. They'll go play action with Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks, allow your team to get settled in, don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, here's Nix. The ball comes out. And fortunately,
oh my gosh.
Able to rein it
Could have been our little gift there.
Possession. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. Throwing is Nix. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Broncos will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So out come the Titans, and they
all right, out comes Cam, guys. See what we can do.
University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
Well, here it is. This is the moment, Mike, that he has been working towards ever since hearing his name called on draft night. He's put in the work. He's gotten the reps with the first team. He's had some ups and downs through training camp in the preseason. But it's clear, this organization has all the confidence in the world for this young quarterback to go out as the Week 1 starter. And frankly, the hope is he's the franchise quarterback for years to come.
Off the bootleg, it's Ward. And this will be knocked down. It's incomplete, but there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag.
Let's go now. Count the 60.
From the gun, here's Ward. This one not quite on target. Got him too much, and that one falls incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And third down coming up. Out of the gun, Ward. That's complete to Lockett outright. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. Action. Ward on the run to the right. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of Week 1. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air again. Ward. He finds the veteran Lockett. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand, get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard, and he will have a Titans first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
And these are the tough yards you judge a back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that first down by about a yard or 2.
That's to the rookie out of Texas, Gunnar Helm. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll run the toss. Here's Pollard. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Throwing on third down, Ward. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined.
That is going to be...
Let's go, baby.
And he's got it. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Titans. And for Cam Ward, the first overall selection in April, career touchdown pass #1.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Next the score, Titans 7, Broncos 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Nick snap on 1st and 10. That is left side and taken in by Allen. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Titans out to the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. As we are ready to get back underway. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Roger McCreary up from his corner spot makes the play. 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And he will have a Broncos first down.
Rocky, what's up, my brother? Playing a little Madden here, man.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Oh, it's going, man. I'm telling you what, I like the new Madden because it's almost like college football. No real adjustment as far as controls. I hope all is well with you too, man.
Man, those guys are just so hard to find.
Oh, yeah, look at that run defense, man.
Place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Yeah, I normally wouldn't even play Madden. I actually tried playing the other day, but I'm so into the college football right now.
You just kind of get strong.
They did a lot better this year.
There by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And this ball
almost picked off.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down.
Awesome, man. We're trying to reestablish the channel here, bud. Unfortunately, with it being unmonetized and everything, so we're trying to build it back up. Got to get the hours back up.
The Titans' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try to knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a rebuild, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafted at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule, and that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple years. So as bad as things feel if you're Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that
yeah, no more. You're right. You're right.
Division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
And Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of the teams at the bottom.
Oh yeah, I know it, buddy. I appreciate you guys. I mean, help with the motivation to keep it going. To be honest with you, I'm glad to see your guys' stuff flourishing, man. It's awesome.
Number 1 overall pick performers for these teams.
And with Trevor Lawrence, Mike, we've seen him play top-tier number 1 overall, got a big new contract. I mean, we've seen him play franchise quarterback level ball. It just hasn't been frequent enough. And then, of course, in Tennessee with Cam Ward, we're not sure what it's going to look like, but we knew in college he was incredible. So if they get the Cam Ward we saw last year at Miami, if he brings that culture-changing presence,
yeah, it comes down to, like, replayed content. You know what I mean, like stuff, like I was finding the Jordan videos offline and stuff like that. It comes down to stuff like that. Just got to be more disciplined and not post it.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it, and it's Pollard. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes. And you find yourself here on 4th and real short. Something easy, something your guys have repped a million times. Win the battle up front and pick up a fresh set of downs.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
No doubt, Grief. No doubt. God is king. We know that. Sure.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. He's got it. That's Burks.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another 1st down.
I appreciate you, Rock, man. You know, you put a lot of effort into stuff, and mainly the shorts are just for people that follow the franchise modes and stuff. But yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Again, it's Ward. He'll try to set up the screen here. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're in inside the 10. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's Spears. And he'll take this one.
Oh, that was easy.
Tajay Spears. Touchdown, Tennessee. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Boy, Greg, the Broncos, they were that one team that kept building all year last year, getting to 10-7, making their first playoff appearance since winning Super Bowl 50. After 7 years sub 500, quarterback and coach, they got a combo, and maybe it's the Broncos' time.
Well, how many times have we seen this play out across the league? Like, if you have a coach, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And it looks like the Denver Broncos obviously have their coach in Sean Payton, and it looks like they have their quarterback, Bo Nix, of the future. So, pretty impressive turnaround. Now can they get over that next hump? Can they not only be a playoff caliber team, but can they make a run in what's a very competitive AFC?
And he will have a Broncos first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Final 2 minutes of this first half. Why don't we check in quickly with Scott Hansen. Find out what's coming up at the break. Scott.
All right, Mike. Yes, with 4 games going on here in the late window, we've got plenty of action from the early window to get you caught up on this opening Sunday. We'll have it all for you. Scores and highlights coming up in 2 minutes' time.
A big-time play for the Broncos. 41 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives. Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
2nd down. Nix. The catch made there by Sutton. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They send Sutton in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Good blocking, and he's in. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Broncos. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So, Greg, the Titans, this is one of those resets. Start over, 3-14 a year ago. You get the #1 overall pick, and now you've got a quarterback you hope can be your man of the future.
Mike, I'm not sitting here and saying I knew he was going to be the 1st overall pick, but I'll tell you what. Last year, week 1, I went down, proud Miami alum, to support them down in the swamp versus the Florida Gators. And I got to...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Greg Greenlaw taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In the Big Easy, the Saints at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And watch the big man rumble, James Conner. He gets past the first wave of the defense, and the race is on. The Cardinals would go on to a 28-17 victory. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's the Tank Bigsby. And this is a touchdown. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And look out, it's the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. Playing like street football. Everyone go deep. And this time, it works. The Dolphins come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. And here's the scoreboard in the early window of the last week of the regular season. What I wouldn't give for an Octobox right now. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout. A field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Titans offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
First down run picks up 8, so now it's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Pollard. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Titan first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And it'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he will get into the end zone. Tony Pollard, touchdown Titans. Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Titans will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Broncos offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title. But you have to remember, 2 other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy. When you mentioned 9 in a row, you think, oh, hey, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think L.A. and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City. Maybe then there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking of him. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
He cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Titans head coach Brian Callahan there as his guys take over once more. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Michael Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down for Tennessee.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on that while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
To throw is Ward. It is complete. He finds Lockett. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
There's two big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike. Is the first one, how do they operate on third down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact, that's what separates the good ones from the rest. And that was a big-time throw right there. So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now.
He works free, right side. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Into the hands of Lockett. Complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off play action, it's Ward. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Traylon Burks, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Ward. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Ward to throw again. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. Here's a short throw caught by Wiley. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Ward. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Josh Wiley. Touchdown, Tennessee. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. 17. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Draymond Jones. He works his way in to record the 2nd sack of his young career. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down. They send Sutton in motion. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Draymond Jones. What a start to the season. His 3rd sack here in week 1.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And his offense is
Let's go.
with a short
No
field
way.
and a chance to extend their lead.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
Here we go. Hey, man, front, 70.
Now Pollard. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Go! Liking 18.
Play action. Ward. Right side, caught by Wiley. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Third down and 3.
Get it? Fix the evil. 70, Timberwolf.
Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. They'll mark him down there at the 33, but that is good enough. A run gives them a first down.
And that's kind of a double whammy of sorts for this defense. Not only do you not get the third down stop, but now this offense, Mike, they're able to bleed even more clock down with this fresh set of downs.
Play fake, now Ward to throw. This one complete to Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Titan first down.
Red. 19 Tiger.
On the give, it's Pollard. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He's fought through that first contact. It'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, Ward. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
This one finds Lockett down the left side. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up first and goal.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
They'll run here. It's Pollard. And he will score! Tony Pollard. Touchdown Titans. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Titans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough year.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had. It's heard that. So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down.
A run with Dobbins. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A 1st down throw for Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Here's Dobbins. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
That's another Denver Broncos.
Throwing is Nix. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing, Nix. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
A 6-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. And a few kneel down should come close to closing this one out, depending on whether or not the defense wants to use those 2 timeouts they have left. But it really would just prolong what seems to be an Second and 11. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. The play clock down to 0, and this not the best of sequences. So this one, a win for the visiting Titans. And it's a special one for the #1 overall pick. Cam Ward, his first win as a starting quarterback in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.